The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And coming up on the news at noon, caught in the crossfire. DC police are searching for a suspect after a 10-year-old girl was shot. How the community is reacting today. And later, the sale of the Washington Commanders nears the finish line. So what happens next?
And we start off a new work week on a sunny note and a dry note. Will it last going into tomorrow? We'll talk about that and your full 7-day forecast right around the corner.
All right, thank you, Scott. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for DC News Now at noon. I'm Mark Hall. 10-year-old girl is in critical condition after being shot in Northeast DC. The girl and her family caught in a crossfire while driving through the Mayfair neighborhood. DC News Now's Lex Juarez has more.
Well, police are actively working to get to the bottom of exactly what happened, and it's an all-hands-on-deck approach as they've got investigators from nearly every division working together. The shooting happened around 9 o'clock last night. Police say there were at least 50 shell casings found in the street and the sidewalk. They believe the little girl who was shot and her family were simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. No suspect information right now, but police say they believe the shooter or shooters were standing in the street or very close on the sidewalk when they started shooting. Bullets went into homes on the street as well and cars. Neighbors tell us that they feared for their lives.
We got to roll everybody out on the floor like we are in live war. Yes. Like this, it sounds like you are in the Middle East country.
Because we have to get to the bottom of this. This is a heinous act, and we're going to do all that we must do to bring these individuals to justice.
Well, this is the second shooting in this neighborhood in the past few weeks. Neighbors say they want something done about it. Now, as far as this investigation goes, police are asking people in the community to partner with them so that they can find who's responsible. In Washington, Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
Lex, thank you. Also developing this afternoon, Montgomery County police are investigating after they found a body late last night in downtown Silver Spring. Police say that they responded around 10:30 to reports of a shooting on Fenwick Lane. That's when they found a person dead. The cause of the death has not been released. We'll be sure to bring you updates on air and online as we get more information. D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser preparing to testify before Congress about crime in the district. The House Oversight Committee hearing is set for tomorrow at 10 a.m. and she'll be joined by outgoing Police Chief Robert Contee, Administrator Kevin Donahue, and U.S. Attorney Matt Graves. The GOP-led committee says the hearing is about overdue oversight of the capital city, and they also expect to discuss homelessness and economic growth. Taking a live look at Roslyn. Wow, this afternoon we can see clouds have cleared and the temperatures starting to warm up a bit. Let's go to meteorologist Scott Sumner, who's in for Damon Matson today. And Scott, let's just talk about today, man. Will the sun continue to come out, or is it going to be a dreary afternoon?
No dreary weather here, Mark. That will be saved for tomorrow, unfortunately. When Damon comes back, he'll be talking about some rain showers. But for us today, no, it's going to be a dry afternoon. It looks pretty good across the region. And as you just saw that live camera here at Roslyn, pretty nice looking day and feeling day as well. We haven't quite gotten up to that summer heat yet. Eventually it'll probably come around, but here's our radar view, and you can see, yeah, there's some clouds out there. There's even been, and we'll show you that coming up in a little bit with the weather watchers, but one of them even reported a little bit of hazy sky out there. Now, as we widen out the view, you can see those clouds continuing to pull south of the region, the motion of them taking towards central Virginia and the Richmond area. The rain showers that you see around Charleston, West Virginia, Roanoke, Virginia, southwestern Virginia, they'll stay there today. However, those showers will come back in play, as you'll see with our rain chances coming back on Tuesday. So yeah, there is a little slight chance of seeing some showers. Then we go dry for a couple of days, and yeah, unfortunately, I have to pull the bad weathercaster card here and tell you that the weekend doesn't look that great. Saturday and Sunday at this point in time looks a little wetter than you probably would like, but we have some time, and hopefully that forecast will change a little bit. Today, we don't really have any changes in store for us. We're looking at a dry afternoon. You see the temperatures from 1 to 3 to 5 p.m., ranging from the upper 60s to the lower to middle 70s across Frederick County. Now, as far as the Metrocast for D.C., pretty much the same thing. We'll talk about tomorrow's forecast, all coming up in just a bit.
Okay, Scott. Thank you, Scott. Fairfax County leaders are reviewing the school system's drug policies amid the national opioid crisis. A newly approved proposal directs the superintendent to conduct a review of all regulations and policies. This would ensure the school division is addressing illicit drug use. It also requires the superintendent to make sure the school system is meeting the academic, social, and emotional needs of students in recovery from substance abuse disorder.
Our schools must provide students and families with the knowledge and resources they need to make healthy decisions. Education and intervention are our best weapons for combating substance abuse and the threat of fentanyl.
He went on to say that every student in recovery has the potential to create a future of hope and possibility, adding that having the right support can make all the difference. And in Maryland, school leaders in Frederick County will meet to discuss capacity issues. The plan is to redistrict more than 1,000 students, but some of those students may have already been redistricted in the past. The school system is trying to avoid moving those students again. DC News Now's Anais Simmons has more.
I'm not sure if we should be calling this the Crestwood Middle School redistricting. It's more of
Crestwood area.
Well, yeah, it's more of how FCPS is handling unbridled growth in Frederick County.
As schools in Frederick County reach capacity, the plan is to shuffle over 1,000 middle schoolers, 970 high schoolers, and 425 elementary schoolers at the start of the 2024-25 school year.
We do have schools in this area that are overcrowded right now.
The proposed plan addressed at the school board meeting on May 3rd would be a solution to the problem for the next 5 years. But there's more to it than just addressing current student enrollment.
Really, it is more than 300 seats.
Yes.
That's, that we're talking about here in addition to Crestwood. It's the number of housing units that are in the pipeline.
For example, there are over 4,000 available housing units for the Governor T.J. Middle School attendance area and about 770 available housing units for the Crestwood Middle School attendance area. Some of these developments haven't even started construction. Elizabeth Passer, supervisor of facilities planning for the school system, says they're trying to make sure a student isn't redistricted again if they were redistricted in previous years.
They strive not to move a child more than once in 5 years, and we are working towards that. We're keeping that in mind. We're trying to we take that into account, and if at all possible, we'll try to avoid that from happening.
A meeting on the topic is scheduled for Monday at 6:30 p.m. at Waverly Elementary School. Reporting in Frederick, Maryland, Anais Simmons, DC News Now.
The Washington Commanders have reached a deal to sell the team. The price tag around $6 billion. So the deal comes months after owner Dan Snyder hired an investment bankers group to explore the sale of the team. The league owners still have to vote to make the deal official. Snyder and the Commanders have been under the spotlight in recent years, mainly because of probes by the House Oversight Committee and the NFL for sexual harassment and financial misconduct. Current co-owners Dan Snyder and his wife released a statement on the sale. They say in part, quote, that we are very pleased to have reached an agreement for the sale of the Commanders franchise with Josh Harris, an area native, and his impressive group of partners. And we look forward to the prompt completion of this transaction and to root for Josh and the team in the coming years. Well, new owner Josh Harris owns several professional sports teams. He's majority owner of the NBA Philadelphia 76ers and the NHL's New Jersey Devils. We spoke with some fans in the district to get their reaction to the sale.
I think it's going to be a lot better than what we had before. With Dan Snyder, a lot of our team went down. So hopefully with the new guy coming in, be a better team.
Best thing that could have happened to this team and this town. We'll see how Josh Harris ends up being, but better than Dan Snyder. That's a low bar, but.
Well, some fans also say they want to see the Commanders come back to the district, and the team is exploring locations at the site of the RFK Stadium in Northeast and Virginia and Maryland. Well, over the weekend, D.C. Defenders lost the XFL championship to the Arlington Renegades. The Defenders were the favorites to win, but they came up short, losing 35-26. Well, D.C. is in the lead according to Newton data based on the size of metropolitan areas and its public transportation. The data was analyzed by Hire a Helper from the Federal Transit Administration and the U.S. Census Bureau. D.C. ranked #1 for public transportation in a large metropolitan area. #2 for a large area, the city of brotherly love, that's Philadelphia. #3 on the list, New York, and number 4, San Francisco. And the Transportation Safety Administration is testing the use of facial recognition technology. It's used in multiple airports across the country in an effort to more accurately identify travelers. Well, the technology is checking to make sure that the ID presented matches the person. It checks if that identification is real, and it's currently being tested at 16 airports. And there are concerns about bias in facial recognition technology and possible repercussions for passengers who want to opt out.
So what we are trying to do with this is aid the officers to actually determine that you are who you say you are.
There's no congressional mandate. Our protections in place are just at the whim of TSA.
Of the 16 airports, it includes Reagan National and Baltimore Washington International.